Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to get up there until he comes back. Okay, so all it takes is people to vote. That's all it takes. 3,000 votes is what won it last time. Maybe Derek knows how many people live on the west side. I mean, in Ward 5. But, you know, this is an opportunity for us to do our civic duty. So part of the reason we're doing this today in class is because most people don't know how the whole system works. Why it is a great system when people do it. It just takes voting, and every vote counts. And in Las Vegas, elections are won by what, 50 votes?
I worked on an election, Richard Churchill, he lost by 1 vote. 1 vote. Okay, hey everybody, I'm Derek Washington. I am running for Ward 5 City Council. Ward 5 is all of this gray part. All of this white part is North Las Vegas, like the airport is right here. So this is Rancho. We go all the way down Bonanza, we go through Cheyenne. So basically, it's above downtown to North Las Vegas, and then sort of stretches northwest, Torrey Pines, Smoke Ranch Jones, Rainbow along the 95. It's the most diverse district in Las Vegas. It is also the worst district for voting. Literally, the current city councilman won, I believe it's 800 votes total. He is in charge of millions and millions and millions of dollars, none of which went to the community over the last few years in redevelopment funds. I'll repeat that. None of the money for redevelopment over the last few years went to all of the people who live in this district. And in addition to that, there's a thing called the Planning Commission. Before he was the councilman, he sat on the Planning Commission. Well, there's a company called Ahern Rentals.
Oh, yeah.
Ahern Rentals is a huge company.
Yeah.
They are located King and Lake Mead area, King and Bonanza. Okay, they wanted to build a plant right there. 500 jobs are there now. They wanted to expand to 1,000 jobs. He said no. The reason he said no is because he lives in a place called Bonanza Village. Bonanza Village is a walled community where back in the day it was sort of the Black Beverly Hills. He lives there. So he decided that he didn't want to see a manufacturing plant when, not from his window, but when he left his house in the morning to go to work. He didn't want to drive out and see that or see people going to work or have traffic outside of his walled community. So he nixed it. I went to the Ahern plant that they moved to Henderson. It is beautiful. And it employs 1,000 people, and they're expanding. They're closing their California operations and moving them to Nevada. So now it's going to be 1,500 jobs in Henderson when they were meant for right here. And they were meant for what's called the historically Black West Side. And that area is probably the highest concentration of Black folks in the Valley, but also 40% Latino in the whole district. And it's pretty much evenly mixed between everybody else. It's working class. 1,500 working class people don't have jobs that were meant for them. It gets worse.
Oh, yeah.
So because they didn't build the jobs, they put in an orchard. The orchard now produces fruit, but guess where the fruit goes? To the workers in Henderson. So not only did he take jobs out of the community, he took food out of the community's mouth. Literally, he literally took food out of the kids' mouths, literally. And so, thank you. We live in this district is what's called a food desert.
Oh, what?
A food desert, meaning that right around the historical west side, you got Mario's Market, which is a small market. You've got Bilo, which I don't know if you've ever been to Bilo. Yeah. I will go out of my way not to go to Bilo's.
Right.
You know, because you pick up a tomato and you're like, what happened on the way here to us? Yeah. So basically now what could be used for jobs isn't, what could be food going to us isn't. You won with 800 votes. With your help, we can stop this madness. The reason I'm running is because I worked on a campaign for Harvey Mumford, who's also a longtime legend in the community. And my job was to go out and find out what people want. And I talked to people and they told me they wanted safe neighborhoods. We all want that. They wanted educational opportunities. We all want that. They wanted jobs. We all want that. But more importantly, they wanted to have their own small businesses. Think about it. If you got a side hustle, don't you want to turn that into your main gig so you don't have to go to work every day? That's why you're here. I mean, every single one of you can leave here knowing how to do web development, hopefully coding, whatever it is you learn here, you can now take that and make your side gig legit, good money. When you set up a business in Las Vegas, you have to go through so many layers of bureaucracy and so much crap and so many license fees and all this stuff. Recently, I worked on a thing. There's a place called the Truth Spot. It is a place where people do poetry. They come in, they have all ages stuff, free. The young man who owns it, Rel Davis, decided that he wanted to take it to the next step. He went to the city council and basically for his trouble of trying to go legit, they sent all sorts of inspectors to him. And those inspectors piled fees and fees and fees on him. He had an open floor. They said it was a dance floor and he needed a nightclub license. You can't get a nightclub license in Las Vegas unless you're, you know, the Rio, or unless you're Caesars. This young man on the corner of King and Jimmy, he ain't gonna get no license for that. They told him if he didn't like it, he could leave the district. That's what the current city councilman told him. So we organized 75 people. We went down to city council and we punked him. We were like, nah. And he was so threatened that he basically told the guy, we'll fix it. He ain't fixed nothing. Okay, but it was a good show. As city council person, my job, I have one job, to serve the people. That's all it is. It's not that hard of a job either. The job description says serve the people. So to me, if someone is trying to do something with their lives, why am I not going to support that? Why am I not going to figure out every single way to improve your life? I'm not going to do it for you. You know, Edwin and I were talking recently, and he was explaining to me that you can't go out there and you can't help everybody. You can only help the people who want to help themselves. And y'all are in here because you want to help yourselves. Okay, my job is to find out what you want and how to help you get it. That's my job. Because if you are at a point where you're doing and you're trying to do, I should make it easier for you. You know, it's like I'm not gonna spread the peanut butter for you, but I will give you a jar, you know, and then you go from there. And if you come back to me and say I ran out of bread, I'm gonna tell you how to get some. You know, it's pretty simple. This is basic. This is such an easy job. Do your job. Serve the people. Too many people of all races, of all colors, of all faiths, of all ages have died for us to have the right to vote. Yet we don't do it. Some of us can't because of past experiences. But as city councilman, I also want to know, why can't you vote? Do you have a legal reason why you can't vote? I have a sheet in the car that tells me what it takes to get your voting rights back. A lot of people think they can't vote because they had some trouble with the law. You can vote, but it's going to take an advocate. It's going to take someone in office saying, oh, no, 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 no. let's all go down to these offices. I got a lawyer, and let's go one after the other, after the other, after the other, and get your rights back. This is America. This is about voting. America is about exercising your rights. People care more about their gun rights than about their voting rights. Honestly, I don't have an opinion on guns one way or the other, but I do have an opinion about voting, you know? So what I'm here to ask y'all is to help me. You know, my little brother's in prison. He's been there since his 18th birthday. That was probably 30 years ago. He will get out, hopefully. So my brother is in jail. He should be out soon. But now the district attorney in California is trying to take all the people who should be getting out and pile charges on them again so they can't get out. Because once they get out, and if you lose the money, you mess up the system. We have a thing called Read by 3 coming up next year.
Say that again, please.
Read by 3. Read by 3 means if your kid isn't reading at a certain level by the 3rd grade next year in the state of Nevada, they have to be kept behind. They have to, by law, be kept behind. Why? Pretty simple. If you're a kid who's kept behind, you're either going to be a bully or you're going to get bullied. Then you're going to have problems. Then you're going to end up in special ed. Once you're in special ed, if you talk mess to the teacher, oh, I'm frightened by Laquan and I'm going to call the police. He then goes to juvie. Once he's in juvie, he's got a record
In the system.
in the system. And then he goes to a private facility because Laquan needs help. Well, once he's in the private facility, he's making money. And you got to keep him in that system to keep making that money because the people who run the prison cafeteria, the people who run the license plate operation, everybody's making money off of you the whole way. It's not about justice. If it was about justice, people would do their time and be welcome back to society like we say we do. Nah, you got to keep people in jail. As a city council person, I don't have anything to do with that, but I tell you what I do have is I have a powerful megaphone to call up my people, and I got a budget to say, let's all get on this bus, and we're going to go over to the offices where these decisions are made until they get their act together. I will shut it down. I don't care. I tell Edward all the time, my dream is not to do this. My dream is to open a taco stand in England. That's all I want. I just want to wrap up a little buche and a little tortilla. But I got to do this because if this guy gets reelected, he's got 4 years to screw it up. The west side is slated for demolition. Notice, right here is where all of the homeless people are.
Mhm.
Right here is where all of the booming stuff is going on. Think about that. What do you think they want to do with this? They want to combine it with that. They want to make this all nice and pretty so the hipsters have a place to go. Well, there's already people there. Much like Columbus discovering America, they want to discover the West Side. And we all know what happened to the Indians. Okay? I ain't having that happen to the West Side. I ain't having that happen because once that happens there, like cancer, it spreads throughout my district. Where are these people going to go? Oh, they've already decided that as well. You know Boulder Highway? They're pushing everybody towards Boulder Highway. But if anybody notices, Sunset Road, Russell, coming back north, it's getting sort of nice over there. So where are you going to go then? You get pushed back north to North Las Vegas. North Las Vegas don't want you because it's the same problem. So where are you going to go from there? That's when they start giving out bus tickets, telling you Antelope Valley is the promised land.
Seattle.
Next thing you know, you're sitting in the middle of Antelope Valley with not a damn thing to do. And that's where they put you. Far enough away you can't cause a problem, far enough away that they don't have to see you, far enough away you can't vote. So I need your help. I need you to tell your people, wherever your people are in this district, get registered, A, and then vote for Derek Washington, because I'm not going to change. My first book was Colored Heroes. Okay, that's how old I am. My uncle used to put me on the phone in the 70s, and I would talk to the FBI because they were bugging his phone because he was working on making sure that we didn't have redlining in Seattle, which is where they make sure that they put a red line across an area and they say no blacks, no browns, and it's all red. He worked against that, and so the phone was bugged. So he would say, nephew, and hand me the phone. And I'd be like, great is thy faithfulness, for hours. And occasionally you'd hear the FBI man go, oh. But from there, I went into activism here. And I've been doing activism now for a decade. I'm not going to change once in office. I'm not. One of the things I want to make sure is when people come out of the prisons, when you come out of prisons, what's there for you?
Okay.
Not a damn thing. That won't be the case here. I want to make sure that everybody comes out to a training class like this, and also employers who will help employ them. I'm going to look for businesses to bring into the district who specifically will turn a blind eye to someone's past, because you know what? If Maya Angelou had died at the age of 20, she would have died a prostitute.
I read that today.
Boom.
I read that today, dude.
If Malcolm X had died at 20, he'd be a drug dealer pimp.
Nope.
Yep. You are never what you are till the day they put you in the ground. Simple as that. We all have the potential to be something better. I know Boulder Highway like the back of my hand. Okay? I've been there. And now I'm running for city council. Everybody can do better. So those people who are up at High Desert, South Desert, whatever, the people in the women's prison, did you know women are the new black? Women are the new black in prisons. They are locking up women left and right because the male thing has plateaued. So now they got to go find new slaves, like Kanye said. You got to go find new slaves. So they're finding women now. Women are getting picked up left and right for prostitution, for drugs. But yeah, regardless of what you think about that, about those things, why? If you're self-harming, why are you being arrested? Why aren't you being helped? If you're out there on the street, I refuse to believe there's a woman on this earth who wants to stand outside in the cold on Boulder Highway at 6 o'clock in the morning, a pair of short shorts with the boobs out, and then take that money that she makes and then goes back and gives some man in a motel. I refuse to believe there's one woman on this earth that wants to do that. So why is she being arrested? You know, why isn't there some alternative for her? Why isn't there some alternative for a 13-year-old girl who's out there on that street? As city council person, I will support efforts like this to make sure that those girls aren't out there, but also to make sure the boys don't even think about disrespecting a woman like that. You know, at the end of the day, we got to raise the kids up to not be that. We got to have, there's a lady named China Hudson. China teaches girls all about African culture and stuff. And I said to her, I go, China, what's the pregnancy rate with your girls? She said, Miss China's girls don't get pregnant. And I said, why? And she goes, because they respect themselves. They don't let a man disrespect them. And I said, okay. So Miss China will be a major part of what I do as a city council person. I want her to take that and spread it to all the girls across the district. I want every single girl to be able to say no. And say it in a way that there's no doubt about it. So my name is Derek Washington. Please help me get elected. 800 votes is what it took. We need about 2,000 to be safe. All I need you guys to do is to call people. Say, you live in Ward 5, make sure you're registered. Get out there and vote. We're going to do phone banking. We need people to call. We're going to do things from the computers where you can call from your computer. I just need your help because if I don't get elected, I fear for the district. Like I said, I want to make tacos, you know, but this is so important and I've had such a life and I'm here and I got to give back. So hopefully we can do this. Thank you. And let me give y'all some